Ladies and gentlemen, how are y'all doing tonight? Today we've got the Truck Series at Bristol Dirt, and I am super excited for this one, guys. I really hope that Bristol Dirt can get a rebound from last year after what the disappointment it was last year. Bristol Dirt, at least, I wouldn't say, I guess it didn't live up to the full expectations, and there were definitely some issues, and it gathered back. Especially because it was super one grooved in the series race, just did not provide at least phenomenal racing. The drivers complained about a lot of issues like lack of vision, things like that. And now we've really got the first big test for the weekend with the Truck Series take 150 lap event here tonight at Bristol Dirt. Tomorrow there'll be 250 laps for the Cup Series race. I will not be live streaming that race, but we will be live streaming tonight's action at Bristol. Appreciate it if you're tuning in again after watching earlier during the heat races when I was live streaming for that. But yeah, if you guys want to put in the chat or your pick is to win tonight, you can go ahead and do that. I'm really interested to see how it goes. As you see, as I put in the chat, I have a poll. I basically picked the top 4 guys who I think have the best shot at winning. You have Elliott, Logano, Friesen, and Rhodes. And I think my gut's going to go with Logano. I think Logano's going to win. And who I want to win, though, is Stuart Friesen. Stuart Friesen's a big dirt track guy. He does a ton of dirt for Kyle Larson. So I'd love to see him get a win here, kind of repping the dirt racers. But we will start going through the starting lineup here in a second. So the starting lineup was determined by the heat races, who was able to pick up the most heat race points. And so on pole, you have Joey Logano. Side is Ben Rhodes. Joey Logano making a one-off start here to try and gain some extra experience. Now, let's hold on 1 second, ladies and gents. Appreciate it if you're tuning in for the first. But here now we'll go through the rest of the starting order. So then in row number 2, you have Stuart into his outside, Parker Kligerman, who showed some pretty pace. And then Chandler Smith, Carson Hocevar make up row. Chase Elliott starting 7th in the 7th Spire Motorsports truck. So I think Chase Elliott will be in this race. I'm not quite sure how he'll do. He showed a lot of pace in his heat race, but he really struggled in practice, spinning out 3 or 4 times, I think. So I really don't know how much faith I have. Then you have Ty Majeski, Matt DiBenedetto, and Austin Dillon riding out in the top 10. A lot of people like doing this race as well. Then you have Austin Wayne Self, Colby Howard making up row number 6, Jack Wood and Matt Craft in row number 7, Derek Kraus and Grant Enfinger, row number 8, Zane Smith and John Nemechek, row number 8. Wait, oops, I think I messed this up. Nemechek or Eckes and Ankara making up a big dirt track guy starting off in 21st. I don't know how he'll do considering that equipment, but he, I believe he won the Kyle Larson late model challenge just the other night. So it'll be interesting to see how he does here in the truck series. Then Andrew Gordon to his outside, Harrison Burton, Tate Fogman, Kaz Lee Deegan starting 26th after what's been a really tough weekend. Then Dean Thompson, Blaine Perkins, Timmy Hill rolling off 29th, Chris Wright, Lawless Allen, Buddy Kofoid, who's showed a lot of pace in practice, kind of got had an unlucky situation unfold in his heat race. Then Chase Purdy, Spencer Boyd, Tanner Gray, and Keith McGee round out your truck field. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And the pace truck's about to pull off with Joey Logano leading the field to green. Joey Logano picked the outside line. Let's see how that does for him. Ben Rhodes goes way down low at the start, but pretty even as they go down to turns one. Logano's got the slight advantage. Stuart Friesen clear of the field. Man, these top two got about a 3 truck length breakaway from the field. What a great race start for the first two. But Ben Rhodes is going to power by Joey Logano on the inside. Ben Rhodes up to the lead. He will lead the first lap here at Bristol Dirt. But it's Rhodes, Logano, Friesen side battle there for fourth for a second. Kligerman on the outside, Hocevar in the middle, Chandler Smith down low. Chandler Smith pulls ahead of the other two guys. Elliott still in with Majeski for that spot. Kligerman trying outside on Carson Hocevar to move up to sixth. But Rhodes is checked out by half a second over Logano. Then it's another 8/10 back to Friesen, and then another 4/10, and then that's right the heart of the field where all the battles are going on here early. Friesen holding off a charge there from Chandler Smith off turn 2. And Elliott working to the outside. Kligerman through turns 3 and 4. Elliott looking to move up to 6th place. Got that pass done. Kligerman going backwards here a little bit. Ty Majeski working to the outside of that 75 truck. Now the 7 looking on the 42 of Carson Hocevar. Not quite there that time. But now as they go down into turns 3, Hocevar runs a low line to kind of play defense against the 7. But now the 7 have that runoff corner exit, and he does. And the 7 goes flying by the 42 on corner exit, probably for the 42 to take the low line in turns 3 and 4. You got to love right now. There's a super wide group, about 3 or 4 lanes that guys can run right now. Ty Majeski trying to work to the inside of the 75 through turns 3 and 4. The 42 goes way up the track. The 40 jumps the cushion there just a bit. He's going to lose a spot to the 75, the 66 now. The 25 of Matty D is on his bumper. Oh, now the Elliott is up on the bumper of Chandler Smith. That's for 4th place. Elliott really moving in the right direction here early. Yeah, Ben Rhodes is growing that lead over Joey Logano to over a second. And it's another 2 seconds to Stuart Friesen. But now Elliott's gone by Chandler Smith and Parker Kligerman trying to follow through on that pass. Kligerman goes by the 18 truck. Now Kligerman 5th place. Now Ty Majeski looking to get by that 18 truck. Ty over dirt start has shown a lot of pace this weekend. Oh man, right here back at the pack, you got the 1, the 9, the 15 all going at it. Trying to field after all those guys had some poor starting spots. The 15 stood second to last. He's up to 32nd, and Deegan, who started in 26th, is right in now in 30th. So Deegan going backwards here early. It'll be interesting to see what role lap traffic plays in this race, since we didn't see any lap traffic really in the heat races since those were so short. But it won't be long before Rhodes, Logano, Friesen, and Elliott catch lap traffic. But right now, Elliott, we're now catching up to the bumper of the 52. Elliott is looking really strong here early. But now we're going to run through your top 10 real quick. Ben Rhodes, Logano, Friesen, Elliott, Kligerman, rounds out your top 5. Then Smith, Majeski, Hocevar, Dibby, and Colby Howard moving up into the 10th position. Then Austin Wayne Self. Austin Dillon's dropped back to 14th since the initial start. He just got passed by Grant Infinger. Then you have Christian Eckes, Derek Kraus, John Nemechek, still back in 17th. Nemechek and Zane Smith, who's right behind him, really haven't made any progress through this field. Then Tate Fulgman and Jack Wood round out your 20. Then Casgrala, Mike Marlar, Harrison Burton, Buddy Kofoid, who's moved up to 25th after starting out back. Then Andrew Gordon, Timmy Hill, Chris Wright, Dean Thompson, and Haley Deegan in 30th. Tanner Gray, Blaine Perkins, Chase Purdy, Lawless Allen, Spencer Boyd, and Keith McGee round out your field. But yeah, now Ben Rhodes almost got a 2-second lead over Joey Logano. And so far, it seems like in the heat races and off this initial jump, track position is key. So if you can get your car up front for a late race restart by not pitting or something. Don't see a lot of pitting for tires or anything like that in this race or the Cup Series race. Maybe only like 1 or 2 stops. If you're able to gain track position though by staying out, I think it's definitely worth it. Oh, Ben Rhodes must have issued this last time by because he just lost a second and a half to Logano, Friesen, and basically everybody on track. Sorry for the brief. I think I had a quick I don't know. I blacked out there for a second. I don't know what the technical difficulties were that time. But what place is Haley Deegan in right now? She's in 30th. I believe she started in 28th. So now she's up to 29th. But anyways, Haley Deegan going backwards right now. Oh, and I think the reason Ben Rhodes lost so much time last time by is now he's having to work through lap traffic. I don't think he actually had a moment, but I think just having to put guys' lap down cost him so much time on the track. Now, Logano is over 2 seconds back. Now he's back to almost within 1 second of the leader. And Chase Elliott was storming up through the field at the beginning of this race, but he's kind of stalled out in 4th place behind Stewart and is now under pressure from Ty Majeski, who's up to 5th place. But we've already got only 20 to go in stage 1. But yeah, now the 99's putting the 9 lap down. The next car in front of them is the 61. I do observe going a lap down here in stage 1. Yeah, here's a replay. They're just showing a replay right now on the live TV of a lapped car chopping down on the 99. That's probably why he lost some time that one lap. Yeah, the grooves were definitely way wider now than it was in any of the heat races. These cars almost running up near the wall. But Ty Majeski has gotten by Chase Elliott. So Chase Elliott maybe has a bit more of a short run truck because on this longer run, he was 2, but then stalled out and has now gotten passed by the 66. And it looks like he's under pressure from the 75 here in a second. But also the 66 is just moving forward. And the caution is out for the 49 truck. Yeah, the 49 of Andrew Gordon in his, I believe, 3rd career truck start. He has, I don't know if he's gotten in ball or that's mechanical failure. It looks like he already has some right side damage. But maybe that was patched up from an earlier incident in something. But either way, he is stuck inside of the track right now. This is again from going a lap down here in stage 1. It's like he just spun it around on his own there. But that definitely just saved Haley Deegan from losing a lap. Because Haley Deegan hanging back in the low 20s. She's up to 28. Yeah, she's only a car or 2 away from going a lap down. And the last there, it looks like is going to be the 9 or the 6. I'm not quite sure. But we'll get restarted with probably about 10 to go in stage 1. And so it'll be a short sprint to the end of this. It'll be interesting to see how this restart goes because on that initial jump, the first 2 cars on the in both lanes just launched way better than anybody else. Like they were clear of the field by the back straightaway by like at least 3 or 4 car lanes. And if that continues, I do think that's kind of going to be a slight issue because I mean that is such a big like gap that you could like have just and you could check out from the field. I mean that gives you so much and such a benefit to be on. Appreciate we got 5 likes right now. I'd appreciate it. If we can get up to 10, can we get up to double-digit likes? I'd appreciate that. I'm not quite sure when's the next time we'll be live, because next weekend they're at Talladega, and I don't believe I'm going to be able to do the race on Sunday or Saturday. And the week after that, they're in Dover, and I'm at Dover. I don't know if there's a big World of Outlaws race or something you'd want me to live stream. I could do that since I got Flow Racing. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's going to come down pit road here. Just because you just don't want to. There's no point. The track position is way too valuable, it seems, and the tire wear just isn't really, prevalent enough of an issue. So right now, this is pretty funny. They got Stuart Friesen has got his wife as his spotter, or at least somebody's working on it, talking to him on the radio, telling him where the opposition is running. Jessica Friesen did try to qualify for this race, just missed out. Keep me updated on Haley Deegan. Yeah, I got ya. We'll see. We'll see how she progresses through the night. She's had such a tough season so far, dude. I did not realize that her best finish on the year is 17th. That is terrible. Also, if cautions take off this many laps, dude, this is not good. Not good at all. We've only got a 150 lap race, and one caution is going to take nearly 10 laps. If not, I mean, it may end up taking more than 10 laps. I mean, way too many laps for this short of event. Oh, they've got the 24 down on pit road. They actually were looking inside the right front or left front hood flap, so I don't know what they are doing in there. Not quite sure why were doing that. Yeah, Austin Dillon. They just had Austin Dillon coming down pit road. Okay, Seth. Keeping updated on the poll for who's your guys' pick to win. Got 42% for Logano, percent for Elliott, 17% for Rhodes, and 8% for Friesen. Appreciate 4 of you who are watching right now. We only got 8 likes and we got 24 people watching, guys. Come on, let's get a couple more likes. Okay, here they come into the car restart zone. It'll be 9 to go in stage 1. Logano on the inside, Rhodes on the outside. Elliott peels down low to try and get under the 52. That's going to work out for him. The inside line really stacks up there. Logano's going backwards. Elliott's going backwards. That inside line just does not get fired off as good as the outside, that's for sure. But Rhodes is clear. Majeski is up to second place now. Friesen attacking Logano for third place. The inside with Kligerman and Chandler Smith. Kligerman going to prevail on the outside, and Elliott's going backwards still. He had worked his way up to 5th place, and now he's running down in 8th and is now under attack from Carson Hocevar and Matt Crafton. And now Majeski looking to challenge his teammate Ben Rhodes for the year. Oh, he runs it low in 3 and 4, and that really bogged him down. Friesen's to the bumper of the 66. Friesen's going to turn down. Oh, the 60 up the track. He may have even tagged the wall for a second. The 52 tries to slide up. He can't get there quite in time. The 66 had a big enough runoff corner exit to just stay in this fight with the 52. Now 66 gets a great run side and clears the 52. And the fastest line right now is definitely ripping it along the wall. That's for sure. We've been seeing some crazy slide drops happening now. Elliott dropped all the way back to 10th place. He's in a battle with Austin Wayne Self and Matt DiBenedetto. And the laps are winding down in stage 2. Oh, Chandler Smith's holding up quite a few cars up the 75, as well as, was that the 42? Right now, Elliott's in 9th. Oh, Hocevar comes up in front of that 88. They make a little back. The 54 slides up in line behind the 52. Try to catch him for 3rd place before the end of stage. The 7's all over the bumper. The 4. Now the 7 trying to march back up through the field after a pretty bad restart. And he's going to try and move under the 4-2. That's for 8th spot. Just can't quite clear him off turn 4. The 40 got that run off the top. The 25 of Matty D catching up to here. Yeah, the fastest line is riding right up along the wall. That's for sure. Oh, and the 7's going to try and slide up in front of the 42, and he's going to make it happen. The white flag's in the air for stage 1. Ben Rhodes has dominated here early, but Ty Majeski, I think, is definitely going to be a challenger here in this race. He's progressed his way up through the field from about 8th up to 2nd during this first stage. And Ben Rhodes is followed by Ty Majeski, Stuart Friesen, Joey Logano, Chandler Smith. Their top 5 in stage 1. Then Clearman, Elliott, Crafton, Hocevar, and Matty D picks up the last stage point. And Austin Wayne Self just misses out on stage points. And John Nemechek moves up from 17th to 12th on that last green flag run to the finish there. Linda B, it's Bristol, baby. I'm going to need Elliott to not suck tonight. I don't know. He's not doing too bad so far, but definitely he's going to need to pick up the pace if he wants to be a contender for the win. Ty Majeski, I think, has definitely got a shot here because if you look at this leaderboard that I've got displayed up on the screen, if you can read it, it shows the running order, but then it shows when they ran their fastest lap of the race. And everybody ran their fastest lap of the race within the first 10 laps. And the only guy who did was Ty Majeski in 2nd place, as well as Harrison Burton, who's Harrison Burton down. I forgot Harrison Burton was even in this race. Harrison Burton also in the 17 truck in 23rd. Yeah, Haley Deegan finishes 25th in stage 1 set, and I believe now the free pass will go to the Blaine Perkins, and that'll put 30 trucks on the lead lap. But yeah, so guys, the breaks, I guess the stage breaks, the pit stops are not live. The pit stops are not live. So basically you cannot gain or lose spots on. I don't know how much time you have, but you have like 2 minutes or something like that to make all the adjustments and whatnot you need to your cars on pit road. Lead that time, then yes, you can lose spots on pit road. But yeah, if you make a pit stop in 15 seconds and somebody else makes it within the amount of time they're allowed to have, don't gain that track position. TB Gaming, how am I doing? I'm doing all right. Easter break's been nice. Went down to Martinsville last weekend. That's why we weren't live streaming anything. I'm going to have a video up of basically some of the highlights from that trip here in a minute. I picked up some sheet metal from I got a piece off a next gen car. I also was able to run a couple laps on Richmond Motor Speedway, Richmond Richmond Raceway, which is pretty crazy. And oh my, in his truck, he's got a big old broom and he's sweeping off the windshield from the truck. Looking at the chat. TB Gaming, what's your thought on North Wilkes-Barre returning? Honestly, I don't really have a super strong opinion on it because obviously I wasn't around in the time of when it was a track that was used in the Cup Series, so I don't really know. I mean, obviously, I'm guess I'm glad it returned. I think it's cool that you're bringing back this kind of like cultural or track that's such an icon in the sport. But I mean, it's nice that they're restoring it, but it's a very long way away from the Cup Series ever racing there, at least like 3 or 4 years. So I feel like people may be overreacting to it just a bit. Like saying this news is amazing, but oh boy, the 66 and the 90. I said track position was key, and they took that pretty literally. They stayed out here stage break, and nobody else did. Everybody else pitted. And so that means when they pit next time, they're going to lose all that track position because you have to pit at least once in this race. I think the 99, the 66, maybe one other truck. I don't know. We'll see here in a sec. Just those 2 trucks stayed out here. So they may, or the 22 did as well. And they may benefit here early, but when they have to make that pit stop, they're going to lose all the track position because nobody's going to pit with him. So they're going to have to, he's going to have to hope he can lap a lot of trucks. So that way he's not going to have to work his way through that many lead laps. But they're definitely going to be regretting this decision here a little bit. Now, he may pick up the stage 2 win as a result of this strategy, so maybe it won't be the worst thing, but definitely hurts his chances at wins overall. Girl trucking Patsy out. Deegan so far is it's been a really tough weekend for her, but she started this race in 26th. She dropped back to about 31st on that initial run, but in 25th. So she's moving back in the right direction. Honestly, I think if she can get like a top 15 or a fifth, like somewhere in the 15 to 20th range, I think that'll be a pretty successful night. And I don't know, this race kind of wow, I cannot speak English. May end up turning into a demolition derby like Knoxville last year, and in that case, it'll be just about avoiding the wrecks. And if you can do that, you're basically guaranteed a top 10. But that may not end up being the case. It's kind of an exaggeration, but yeah, still doing pit stops right now. Like I said, pit stops aren't live because it's a bit more tricky with all the dirt and everything. But I will be back in just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're back. We are back. Yeah, we'll check back in on the poll. Right now, it's still dead even between Logano and Elliott, and then it's dead even between Friesen and Rhodes. So, but Elliott and Logano is still the clear favorites compared to Friesen and Rhodes. Even though I would say that Friesen and Rhodes look just as good as Elliott and Logano, if not better. So make the race. But are there any other women racing tonight? Yes, there's Haley Deegan in the one truck, 31 Barracuda. So there is one other. I was kind of hoping Jessica would make the race. Just, it's kind of cool to have two Friesens in the race, husband and wife. I don't know. I don't even know if there has been a time when there's been a husband and a wife in a NASCAR race. Last year, I think there was 3. I don't know if there. I don't know. Last year it had been just Deegan. I don't remember honestly because I know Jessica didn't make the Bristol Dirt Race last year either. I know she tried, so I don't know. Maybe Natalie Decker was in that race. I'm not sure. I'll have to say Natalie Decker, man. She is. Haley Deegan at least shows some pace. Natalie Decker just does not at all. I was at Martinsville this past weekend, and I mean Decker was like at least a second slow, like at least 0.3 a lap slower than anybody else on the track. Like it would be like 5 laps after a restart, and she'd already be like half a straightaway behind the next car. Now she didn't really get in anybody's way that much, and she kept the car clean. But like the lap times she was running were not even competitive at all with anybody. So yeah, I don't know. Decker, I feel like is kind of. I thought maybe she'd be all right early on, but no. Deegan definitely shows at least some promise. Well, I'm really excited for tomorrow's race. If you guys want to talk in the chat, who do you think has a shot at winning it tomorrow? Obviously, you got like Larson's probably I think Elliott's probably favorite. Honestly, an underdog who I think has a good shot is Ricky Stenhouse. Stenhouse is a pretty big dirt racer himself. Pretty solid here last year. Groove runs, I think Reddick, obviously, Briscoe. Custer may even be an underdog. Custer did pretty good in his heat race. I think track position is going to be huge. I think, honestly, you may play a pretty big role in it, like how your strategy works out. Because Rhodes and Majeski look really fast, but because they decided to stay out, and that's going to cost them a ton of back position later in the race, this strategy is really not going to work out for them when it comes to winning the race. They're going to pick up a lot of stage points, but the top 5, unless something really goes their way. Seth, update on Deegan's. I mean, we've been under the stage break this whole time, so nothing's happened. She's still running in, I believe, 25th. 25th, yeah. We'll see if she picks up or loses any spots on this restart here. Appreciate everybody watching right now. We got 28 people watching. We got 13 likes, guys. Can we get a couple more likes? I'd appreciate it. But right now, they got Buddy Kofoid running the 51 truck for KBM. He's a pretty accomplished young dirt racer. And right now, Christopher Bell and him are exchanging some words on the radio talking about the groove. But here they come to start stage number 2. You got Majeski on the inside, Rhodes on the outside. Rhodes with a great restart. That inside line does not get the same launch that outside does at all when it comes to these restarts. Only 3 guys stayed out under that caution. Let's see how they all in the top 3. But Friesen working on the outside. Austin Wayne Self runs a really defensive line that's going to stack up the outside quite a bit. They're 4 wide for a second off turn 4. Oh my goodness, that was crazy That's Chandler Smith, Clearman, Crafton, Nemechek, all going all over the place. That's what you got to love about dirt racing. So many grooves, so many different lines, so many different opportunities to make up position. Rhodes and Majeski and Self still your top three. And Logano's gotten by freezing it now. Logano will take his shot at trying to get by that 22 truck of Austin Wayne Self. Like I was saying, track position is key. Self does not have probably the fastest truck out there, but he's got that track position, and it's pretty hard to work your way by your opponent because the outside line just has such a great runoff corner. And even though the 54 pitted and all these guys behind the 22 pitted, really fresh tires don't make a huge difference here. Oh, the 54 gets up into the side of the 22 there a little bit coming off the corner exit. But the 99's pulling away from the 66. He's already got an 8/10 gap, almost a second gap, his teammate. Oh, the 75 slices down the track. He's going to move up past the 54 and the 18. He gets a 2-for-1 there. A great move by Kligerman to move him up to 4th place. Oh, Logano's up the track just a bit. That's going to allow the 18 to have a run on him. The 52 goes up the track a bit. Now he's working on the outside of the 4 of John Nemechek, and Chase Elliott gets running that low line beneath both of them. This is providing for racing all these grooves. Now Elliott's running up against the wall. Oh, now Logano working the inside of Kligerman as they cross the start-finish line. Logano trying to get back by that 75 truck. Oh, we've got another squabble going on back here outside the top 10. The 25, the 98, the 38, and the 19 all going back and forth for position. We're looking at a replay here. Did somebody make some contact with somebody? Oh, the 98 gave the 25 just a little shot. That's pretty tame, to be honest. He just got the 25 a little bit up the groove. Didn't really hit him that hard. But you got Rhodes. Majeski has really pulled it up on Rhodes now. The gap's under half a second. It was just over a second. Majeski really moving up on that 99 truck. Well, that's what we saw in that long run in the stage 1. The 66, as the run went on, just got faster and faster and faster. And meanwhile, the 51's working his way back up through the field. He had to start way out back around the outside of the top 30. Now he's about to move up to 11th place as he's battling a Toyota affiliate, Matt Crafton. But meanwhile, your top 5 after 10 laps, Rhodes, Majeski, Self, Logano, Kligerman, and then Elliott, Chandler Smith, John Nemechek, and Stuart Friesen and Carson Hocevar round out your top 10. Then just outside the top 10, Kofoid and Crafton are going at it. And Kof looks like he's about to get that position done through turns 3 and 4. He's going to slide up on that 88, and the 51's up to 11th. Logano working his way back up towards the bumper of that 22 truck. 54 has been trying to get by this 22 truck pretty much since the start of this second stage, and he can just not get by him. He's running a bit lower line than that 22, try and get under him off corner exit, but it's not quite there since that outside line just gives such a good run off corner exit. But Austin Wayne Self having himself a pretty good night. Now, I may have gotten up to 3rd place by as you call, but the lowest he's run all night is 12th, so he's been near the front the majority of the day. Or majority of the night. But Jesse's really closing up on that 99 now. The gap just under 3/10 last time by. Oh, and the caution is out for the second. Caution's out for incident for the second time tonight. The 44 of Chris Wright has gone around. Looks like he's gotten in some contact on the left rear. I don't know if he got any help or for a gap in the field to where he can get looped back around in the right direction. The left rear is flat on that truck. Yeah, and some heavy contact on the left rear. I don't know if that's because he backed it into the wall or something else, but yeah, the left side actually has gotten some pretty hard damage. Maybe he got looped around and slapped the left side of the truck on the wall. Maybe we'll get a replay here in a minute. Got 17 likes on the night. I really appreciate it. We got 31 people watching. No, can we get a couple more likes? Got 31 people watching. We got 17 likes, guys. How? Well, now we got 33 people watching and 17 likes. Can we get a couple more likes, ladies and gents? And also, if you're new and you subscribe, so you can get more of this wonderful commentary. You can't see the race on TV or something. Or if you just like to listen to me talk more than the announcers, because sometimes it may be the case. Because good Lord, Clint Boyer is rough on the radio. Yeah, and with that caution, I believe the free pass car that time will be. I'm checking. I think it's the 24 truck or the 45. I'm not quite sure which one. Yeah, we've only had 2 cautions for incident. Both were spins. Just the 49 truck, Andrew Gordon, and the 44 truck of Chris Wright have both looped it around once tonight. But Ben Rhodes has been dominant. And all but one lap. Logano led one lap in there. But Ben Rhodes has led every lap since. And then Majeski was gaining on him as that run was going on, but now we're going to get another restart. The inside line is way worse than the outside. That first truck can hold kind of even with the lead truck, but everybody else behind that first truck on that inside line goes is usually 2 or 3 spots to the outside line. It's not even really comparable. And now we've got another restart to see if maybe on this restart, those guys on the fresher tires like Logano, Kligerman, and Elliott can get by Self, Majeski, and Rhodes and pick up that track position. Trucks are progressing better and better through the night. Rhodes ran his fastest lap on lap 7, but then he and Austin Wayne Self, as well as Jonathan Nemechek, ran their fastest lap of the night not too long ago, only 10 laps ago. So on this last run, as well as Zane Smith. And that shows you how there isn't a lot of tire fall off. Tom and Self are 2 of the 3 trucks who have not pitted yet tonight. Both of them ran their fastest lap after everybody had fresh tires. So, like, their tires are the oldest hair, and they're still running their fastest laps of the day, which are just as comparable, if not faster, than other guys' laps. Deegan is going to finish at. Yeah, right now Deegan's running in. I think Deegan's down in 28th. Deegan, I think a couple cautions, and I think Deegan goes clean. Maybe that probably be the first time this season, which she's gotten caught up in a lot of accidents and been her fault. But if she's not able to get caught up in an accident, I think she'll probably finish around 20th is my guess. Right about if she can get 15th, I think that'd be a really solid finish based on how she's run this whole weekend and having to go to a backup car or truck. But I'd probably expect her to finish somewhere around 20th to 22nd. Haley Deegan seems to be a lot of hype lately, a lot of publicity, poor finishes. Well, I feel like a lot of those finishes have been being caught up in other people's act. Yeah, I think she's got to prove a little bit more before, but too much respect. I think she had a couple good runs last year, but I think she's got to show she is consistent. Like she had, I think, 1 top 10 last year. That is not as it was a rookie season, but she was an equipment. Her teammate won, I believe, like finished top 5 in the points. Like you got him better than that. And her teammate this year has already won 2 races. So she's definitely got to pick up to be doing better than how she's doing right now. Or wait, no, never mind. She's not. I forgot the 38 is not the teammate of the 1. It's the one in or wait, are they? No, yeah, not teammates. They're not teammates. I don't think they are. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. But anyways, The lights are out on the pace truck. We're going to get restarted here with about 20 to go in stage, or 30 to go in stage 2. Majeski on the inside and Rhodes on the outside. And once again, that outside line just gets hooked up, man. And it's the 99 out front, then the 66, and the 54 is got by the 22, and the 22 slides up the track, nearly puts the 7 in the wall. The 7 had to get out of the throttle there big time. He lost 2 or 3 spots there. Oh, Elliott's dropped back to 7th now. He's in a battle with quite a few guys now. Now that Austin Wade himself has kind of lost that track position, he's going backwards now. But it's Rhodes, Majeski, Logano, Nemechek all the way up to 4th. I feel like we haven't said Nemechek's name all night. Now all of a sudden he's running up in the top 5. And now here comes Kligerman working to the inside of that 22 truck, trying to get up to 5th. He's got the advantage off corner exit, but the 22 gets that run off the high side. Now the 7's boxed in behind the 22 and the 75. He's got to figure out some way to get by these guys. Now the 75 nearly clears the 22. Oh, he just clears the 22 now as the inner turns 3. 75's up to 5th place. Now Elliott will be looking to get his way by the 22 of Austin Wayne's self. Appreciate everybody watching. And the 7's working the inside of the 22. He may be able to get this spot taken. That would be for 6th. And Elliott's just about got the job done. Man, the 22 gets such a run off the high side. My goodness. I don't know. The 7 doesn't have it done quite yet. Here comes, yeah, the 22 keeps getting that run off the high side. I feel like Elliott's definitely got pace, but I feel like he doesn't have some of the patience to get some of these moves done. Oh, but the 75 washes way up the track, and now the 22 and the 7 and the 75 are 3 wide there for a second. The 75 is kind of a pick for the 7, and that allows the 7 to get by the 22. I don't know what happened there with the 75, but either way, that cost him some time, but it helped the 7 get by the 22. So Elliott's up to 6th. And now Hocevar will be looking to get by the 22 himself. Now Kofoid working his way up, trying to get by Chandler Smith. Kofoid just slowly but surely. Austin Dillon has worked his way up to 14th after having to make that unscheduled pit stop in stage 1. He was down in 20. He's down 29th not too long ago. Now all the way up to 14th. That 20 car may have 20 truck may have some pace in it. Side of the 18, Buddy Kofoid. Off corner exit, off turn 4. He's down, and he's just not clear of the 18. That was maybe by an inch. He's not going to kind of get out on the gas as they enter the turn, and the 51's going to be able to slide up in front of the 18, and he's up to 9th. Now the next truck in front of Kofoid's the 42 of Carson Hocevar, and then the 22 of Austin Wayne Self. Now Stuart Friesen having to work his way back up through this field. He kind of lost some spots on that last restart. He's back here. 20 to go in stage 2 as Rhodes leads by only a 10th over Majeski. Majeski catching up to this 99 truck. Like I was saying, as the run goes on, that 66 truck gets stronger, stronger, and stronger. And Ty Majeski in his first ever dirt race is showing some real promise. I think the 66 truck may be able to take this lead before the end of the stage and pick up a stage win here at Bristol Dirt. If you guys want to put in the chat, your pick is to win. If you haven't voted in the poll already, you can vote in the poll as well. Go ahead and do that. Cook in the inside of the 42 and the 22. They are 3 walking. Closing up on the end of stage 2 slowly but surely. But Hocevar trying to get by that 22 itself. Hocevar had some pace in this heat race. I still think Hocevar definitely an underdog for this race, but I think he could definitely get this win done. But Majeski right on the bumper at the 99 that time at the stripe with 15 to go in stage 2. Oh, he's just kind of trying to figure out if he can find a way by this 99. That's the hard thing, bumper, but it's hard to get the pass done. And Austin Dillon continues to move forward. He's to what is that? He's up. Actually, never mind. He is moving backwards. He's back to 15th. He's now under attack from Matt Crafton and Grant Infinger. But I don't expect too much from Austin Dillon. I mean, that truck's definitely not near the type of equipment that Logano's running. Also, like, Harrison Burton's definitely a better equipment than that 20 truck, but yet he's running way worse than that 20 truck right now. Harrison Burton's hardly running the top 20 all night. But right now, if you want to have your update, Haley Deegan's in 26th, right behind Harrison Burton, actually, is in 25th. But Majeski is catching up to that truck, man, of the 99. It'll just be a matter if he can get by him, but they're going to catch some lap traffic here before the end of the stage, so that may provide the 66 an opportunity. Right now, they're putting another lap down. That's Keith McGee. Now, Elliott's caught up to the bumper of the 75 of Parker Kligerman. Oh, he's going to try and turn down the track a bit quicker to get a run on the 75. It's not quite there. That is a battle for 5th place. Appreciate everybody tuning in right now. Oh, the 7 almost gets into the bumper of the 75 there. I think the top side's so dominant and it's so hard to make a move to the inside of a guy and get later in the run. I think you're going to have to start using the bumper if you want to make up some positions. And I think that may be something that we see in the Cup race tomorrow is you're going to have to be willing to use the bumper if you want to get some guy a little bit unsettled, maybe you'll have an opportunity to drive underneath him off corner exit. But then you're just going to have to be prepared for him to return the favor possibly. But that may end up being the best way to make it happen. And Austin Wayne Self now has gotten passed by Carson Hocevar. Carson Hocevar, that's up to 7th place. And now Buddy Kofoid also trying to get that pass on the 22 truck. I have to say, this track is holding up very well. We're 83 laps. We're only a little bit past halfway, 83 laps of 150 complete. But, I mean, it's definitely rubbered in quite a bit, but it's holding up very well. I mean, there's a lot of grooves from top to bottom. Like last year in the Cup race, it was like there was basically marbles up along the top. Like you just couldn't run that high line because everybody was running low. But now you can run anywhere you want. The 99 and the 66 are working on putting the 24 truck of Jack Wood a lap down. Coming up on 5 to go, I believe, next time by in stage 2. So the 66 going to have to see if he can maybe use a lap truck as a pick to get by his teammate. Oh, the 75, the 4, and the 54 are 3 wide here for a 3rd place. The 4 trying to power by both of them to move up. Not quite there. Now through turns 1 and 2, that 4 truck has got a great run along the inside, and the 4 truck's up to 3rd, but the 54 is looking for the crossover into 3. The 54 sends it in deep. He makes a lot of contact with the side of that 4 truck. But both of them ride it down okay. 75 now has got an opportunity to go to the inside of the 54 and the 4. He may be able to slide in front of the 54. It looks like Kligerman into 4th place and looking to drop back from 3rd all the way to 5th here in the matter of only a couple stage 2. And they keep showing replays of this event rather than showing us actual racing with only a lap left in the stage. Like, why? Come on, Fox. Just come to the event, but show us during the caution break or something. Now it's 3 to go, and Logano's drop back all Elliott. So that 54 truck is just in this run. And they may actually want to, even if they give up the track starting towards the back, the only good truck starting towards the back. So it may be worth it to go back there and maybe make an adjustment to hopefully give themselves a better shot at winning. Because right now, with the pace they're running, they can't get by the guys around them. So they're going backwards. That's definitely not going to win them the race right now. In the final lap in stage 1, it looks like Rhodes is going to be able to hold off Time and Esky. And Ben Rhodes is going to pick up his 5th stage win of 2022 and sweep the first 2 stages at Bristol Dirt. Ben Rhodes your stage 2 winner. Then Ty Majestic gets a pretty good fair share of stage points. If you believe he finished third and second in both the stages, then John Nemechek moves on after starting 20th early on in this race. Then Kligerman in fourth, a great run for him. Logano rounds out in the top 5. Then you have Elliott in sixth. Buddy Kofoid works his way up to 7th. He's moving in the right direction. I think he'll definitely be a threat to win it before it's over. Then Hocevar, Chandler Smith, and Derek Kraus round out the top 10. And Austin Wayne Self just misses out on scoring stage points. 99, 66, and the 22 are all going to have to pit under this stage break. I don't know if anybody else is going to pit with them, maybe only a handful of cars, but you have to pit once in this race, and you really only need to probably pit once unless you have a issue mechanically or something. So I think definitely the strat tomorrow in the cup race will be pitting at that end of stage 1, unless you really want to pick up stage points in stage 2. Because, well, I don't know, it may be different since the race is so much, it's extra 100 laps in the cup race tomorrow. So you may have to pit twice. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to end up working out, but. So I'll update you guys in the black top truckers rolling. It says 31 Barracuda. Not wrong. Joseph Key, Run Joey was also in the old 70s song. Yeah. Tim Brown Chevy in the top 5. Seth, where is Deegan at right now? Deegan has finished stage 2 in 27th. So, yeah, right now, Deegan really struggling. It may be that backup truck, but I think it may be a bit more than that. I just don't think the whole dirt racing thing is working out for her so well. We'll have to see. I think we may see a couple accidents in this final stage. And if we see some big accidents to take out some trucks, I think that'll definitely offer up an opportunity. But an update on some other guys in this field, like you have Austin Dill running in 16th, Matt Crafton in 17th, Mike Marlar, who won Kyle Larson's dirt racing challenge on Thursday. And you have Matty D in 19th, Harrison Burton in 26th. And then Timmy Hill in 29th. The free pass car that time will be Jack Wood in the 24. So it seems that you need about 30 laps to really get to the lap traffic, and laps of green flag to really get into heavy lap traffic. Keith, pretty boring race so far. I don't know. I'd say this racing's actually been pretty deep. We've seen some pretty good battling. I mean, we haven't seen any good passes for the lead yet, but I think throughout the field, I think it's really been better than last year. Like, I think this is a pretty good race. I think Say's the top maybe a bit too powerful, but we got 38 people watching right now. Could we get, and we only got 18 likes, ladies and gents. Can we get a couple more likes? You get it? Also, if you're new, appreciate it. We picked up about 5 new subscribers so far. Thank you to guys if you've subscribed for the first time. Oh, a couple guys staying out. Actually, wow, a lot of guys are pitting. I thought that many would pit, but a lot pitted. But still, you're gonna have to work your way through about 10 cars who stayed out. I thought everybody pitted at the end of stage 1 was going to stay out, but I guess enough people thought it'll be worth it to come in and make a couple adjustments and pit now. Deegan's one of the guys who stayed out, or one of the girls. So, but I think that staying out for Deegan here is definitely smart. Track position's big, and I think she'll move up to probably about 8th. Right about that many guys stayed out. So that definitely give her the best shot at getting the best finish she can tonight, I think. So smart strategy call by her crew chief. Yeah, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. So Haley Deegan will restart in 11th. So 11 trucks stayed out. I thought it was going to be more like 20, but 11 trucks stayed out. And that honestly makes it way easier for Rhodes and Majeski. So Majeski and Rhodes aren't looking so dumb now. Then I thought they're going to look a lot more stupid for staying out at the end of stage 1 than how they're going to end up looking. So the strategy is really working out for the 54 and the 66. I think they were even expecting that they're going to have to start the final stage outside the top 20, but now they're going to start in like 10th place. Up to 20 likes. I really appreciate you guys. But here we're going to look at the poll now. Who wins? Logano, Friesen, or Rhodes? So you got 40% for Elliott, 31% for Logano, 14% for Friesen, and 14% for Rhodes. I'm going to end this poll and I'm going to swap it out for something a little bit more interesting. I'm going to put all the Cup guys. Who wins? So we'll put as one option. We'll put Logano. It's also spelled Logano. We'll put Elliott and Burton. So all the Cup guys will have an option. And then but some of the other guys here we'll put Rhodes. So we'll put like some of Toyota's Rhodes. Majeski. I'm probably just misspelled Majeski. And then John Hernimacek. And then we're just add the field. Century 17. Yeah, today's been a pretty good day on the home front. Cervix, a lot higher, fellas. What's popping? Oh, yeah. Everything can change in a split second, says Mark. I know, yeah. We still things I think are definitely getting a lot more crazy than how they've been so far. Sorry, Isaac. It seems like a lot of people have not been paying attention to the race. I know. Yeah, everybody's saying Elliott. Yeah, Elliott has not been anywhere near the front, but I was all right. Okay, so we got the new pull-ups. We got basically the Cup guys is one option, so Logano, Elliott, Burton, and then the next option I got like kind of the Toyotas that have been doing well. So Rhodes, Majeski, Nemechek, Kofoid, and then everybody else. You're welcome, Century 17. But today has been a pretty good day for views. If you guys are enjoying what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you don't hit that subscribe button, you can just hit the like. You can just hit the like button. That's also appreciated. I appreciate all 38 of you guys who are watching right now. We'll not be live for the Cup race tomorrow because, it's Easter. Got to be spending that time with the family. But yes, just undercount for the end of stage 2. Remember, and the Cup Series, the pit stops are not live this weekend because the dirt racing just kind of adds that aspect where pit road would be a little too confusing with all the dust getting kicked up, and you don't want to make pit road a dangerous place for the pit crew members or any more pit crew members. And I'm not quite sure what the exact amount of time they have to get the tires done and make any adjustments, but it's a decent amount of time. I'd say it's probably like 3 minutes. It's definitely a pretty long break in between the stages. And also the cautions in between the laps under caution in between the stages do not count the overall lap count, but normal cautions, those caution laps do towards the overall lap count. It's kind of confusing. Personally, I wish just no caution laps counted because we've had 2 cautions, but each caution has taken off like 10 laps. 10 laps of a 150 lap race. That's like that's way too long to be allowed. I think that's definitely something they should change. if you want to, I will be posting probably like sometime Monday maybe or sometime this week. I'll be posting the highlight, a pretty cool video of the Sam Mayer tight. I got a video of that big crash where there's the parking lot in turns 1 in the Xfinity race. I also was able to stop by Richmond Raceway and was able to go inside the racetrack and actually take a couple laps in my car. Well, our car, my family's car. Yeah, so I got some pretty crazy videos that I'll probably make into one big compilation and then put that up on the channel. I wasn't really able to vlog it just because vlogging takes a little bit extra. I still haven't really gotten to that level, but I'm gonna maybe try and vlog my experience at Dover in 2 weeks. But yeah, now your running order after pit stops is Nemechek, Kligerman, Kofoid, Hocevar, Smith, Enfinger, Eckes, Zaneman, and Mike Marlar round out your top 10. Then Purdy. And so Deegan will be up in 12th on this restart, the high she's been all weekend pretty much. Rhodes, the first fresh tires. Then Majeski, Logano, your top 15. Elliott, Kraus, Self, Freeze, and Dillon round out your top 20. I appreciate everybody tuning in. So far, though, this is definitely a way, way better event than last year's Dirt Bristol race. The product, the racing itself is just the track, like everything about it has been way better. I mean, it's not one groove around the bottom, and you can run pretty much anywhere you want. The fastest line is up along the top, like any banked dirt track is going to be. That's great to see. It's actually like a dirt track. Now, like dirt guys like Buddy Kofoid, well, so you can tell that it's a dirt track. So now in practice, guys are running up against the wall, but some people are saying it's the wall in practice, but they were like that last year and it didn't happen during the race. And I think this year, though, you're going to be able to run against the wall during the cup race, like because they're able to do it in the truck race. But the lights are out on the pace truck. And here they come to the guy who restarted zone. John Nemechek on the outside, Parker Kligerman on the inside. And that outside line, once again, just gets a great restart. And wow, that inside line just checked up. My goodness. But Nemechek's out front, and behind him, Hocevar is up to second place, and Deegan's on the outside of 4 wide with Elliott and Rhodes. That is chaotic. Oh, Nemechek gives a big shot to the back of Hocevar. Hocevar actually is up to the lead. I did not. Hocevar moved up to the lead. Now Hocevar's up front. He was my underdog pick to win tonight. And Hocevar's out front, afraid to give him the bumper. He just gave him quite a front straightaway last time by, but Kligerman's holding off a charge in third. And man, Kofoid just sent it up the inside and lost the truck. But he's still holding on, man. And these guys are moving through the field. Elliott's all the way up to 10th after starting this thing, and Sejeski's up to 8th. Wow, these guys are just cutting through the field right now. On that last restart, pretty much the 2nd through 5th car on that inside line, all those guys on older tires had a terrible start, and they all just lost positions and caused pure chaos back in the midfield. Oh man, there's a three like for 3 rows deep here in the midfield. Dibby sends it up the track on. Oh, Dibby and self-locked bumpers there, and they just nearly crashed up the wall into Logano. Oh, the 22s like wrecking the 25. Their bumpers are actually locked, I think. The 22's bumpers locked to the 25. Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. They're actually together. They're actually the 22 truck is actually stuck to the 25. That is hilarious. Like they're actually stuck together. Like they just stopped on track. Like they actually the 25's rear bumper is actually conjoined with the 22's front bumper. That is, I can't believe that just happened. That is hilarious. I like what? I'm gonna post a quick video of that. Like they actually all right, I don't even know. Their bumpers are literally, the 25 made a big slide job up on the 22, and the 20, like the 22 stuck him right in the bumper, and I was like, 2 is just on the bumper of the 25 down the front straightaway and almost turned him. And I'm like, is the 22 trying to wreck the 25 or something? Because I'm like, okay, I guess he's just a bit hot tempered about it. But their bumpers are actually locked together. I have never seen that happen before. That is hilarious. I feel bad for both those guys because they're both having pretty good nights, and now they're going to be screwed pretty much. But I've never seen that happen before. Now the 22 truck's overheating because the 25 trucks here from getting to the grill on the 25, the 22. Oh my! Now you got the officials trying to figure out how to unlock these two trucks from each other, and I mean they don't even know what to do. They're gonna have to get out like a freaking chainsaw and cut off the back bumper of the 25. My God, this is hilarious. Deegan is running in 20 seconds. So Deegan lost 10 spots in the 3 laps that we were green. So that did not work out for Deegan. She should probably come down here and pit here. Oh my. The 25s and the 22 are actually stuck together. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for him now because both these guys, they already lost 5 laps. So their nights are basically over. Here, they should throw the red flag though, because they're not gonna be able to fix this problem easily. And they're just clicking off laps right now. They've just already wasted like 5 laps under this caution. So they should throw the red flag before we waste any more laps. If anybody's actually watching the live broadcast, the 2 trucks are actually together. This is ball GB. Well, here, guys, we got 43 people watching and we need 3 likes. Can we get a couple more likes in here? Can we get up to 30 likes? I'd appreciate that. They should really throw the red flag because they're going to waste like 20 laps of racing trying to get trucks unhooked from each other. It's like they're actually like, I think if you just tow the 25, you're going to tow the. I wonder how they're going to solve this. All right, this is hilarious. I've never seen anything like this or anything. I mean, all right, now guys, we're at 1,400 subscribers. So if you guys want to make it 1,470, just hit one. Tyler, she lost 10 spots. I missed something. Last news she was 29th. Tyler, so she stayed out under the stage break caution, moved up to 12th, and then in like the 3 laps we had, she was on the first lap. She was way up the track, nearly in the wall, and she was outside of 4 wide through one turn. And so now in like 3 or 4 laps, she's all the way back in 10th. And I think now they've thrown the red flag finally and decided to stop wasting laps under caution trying to get. They are still hooked together. Oh my goodness. The 25 and the 22 are still hooked together. This is comical. Tyler, this is probably the craziest caution I've ever seen. So the 25 pulls off a slide job on the 22, and like the 22 rams into the back of the 25. Like it was not a very clean slide job, but somehow the 22's front bumper is locked to the back of the 25, like actually locked to the back 25 truck. Like they're literally conjoined, them unhooked from each other. Right now, they're literally pulling them apart with oh, this is hilarious. I have never seen anything like this. They have the 22 whose front bumper's hooked to the back of the 25. They've got the hood up and they've got the trailer or the trailer. What's the word I'm looking for? The tow truck hooked to the engine or whatever. And they're trying to pull them apart like if there's a T here, I'll try to draw the image for you guys. Yeah, if this is the T and this top part is the 22 and the 25, the tow truck's trying to pull them apart like this way, like right here in the middle where they meet, and it's just off the front bumper of the 22. Like they're actually that badly hooked. I think Austin Wayne Self's gone out of his truck, but oh my goodness. They're now I think they've got a saw and they've got what is like a saw in there, an electric saw, and they're cutting them apart from each other. But I think the 22s actually, I think they busted the radiator in that truck when they ran into each other. So I think the 22's done. I think Self's out of that truck, but I've never seen anything like that in my life. And I both these guys, they're both running in like the top 10 or not at this moment, but they've been up in the top 10 a lot of the race. So, oh wow, thank you for the recap. I wish I could see it. This is a new one for me. Yeah, I'll try here. You know what? This is what I'll do. Here, I'm literally gonna post a video here real quick of them being stuck together on my YouTube page. That way you guys can kind of see what's going on here. Yeah, here I'm gonna do this so that way you guys can see this crash here. Or it's not even really a crash, but this thing that's brought up there for the craziest caution in NASCAR history. I'm just gonna. I've never seen any. This is unbelievable. The 25 tries to pull off a slide job on the 22, doesn't get it too clean on the 54, and I'm thinking the 22 is trying to hook the 25 here for some reason, but they're actually stuck together, like stuck. They're stuck. They cannot like they are stuck. I've never seen anything like that in my life. It's hilarious. They can just not get them unstuck from each other. And so here, now they're trying to unstuck them. That's definitely not the right word. All right, well, okay. Oh Lord, now I got a commercial. I mean, they got them apart just now. Just now, after like 15 minutes, they've gotten them unstuck from each other. I've never. I. It's like Michael Watcher. Boy, I have never. I mean, I mean that is actually like I mean that is hilarious. I mean, it's actually comical. Yeah, now they're on the radio with Matty D, and I think he's lost like 15. He's lost like 6 laps because of this. NASCAR should give him his laps back because it's because I mean they should have thrown the red flag. They're not going to be able to get those cars unhooked until they threw a red flag, and so they basically just kept him stuck there. Like, I mean, this is definitely the craziest caution I've ever seen. Like, it's not even close. I mean, I mean, they've literally just showed the back of the 25's truck was inside the the front bumper of the 22. I mean, that is I've never seen what have you ever? Why, I have never. That's that is definitely them up this caution here. Matt seems yeah, Matt on the radio is definitely if I was those two, I'd be retiring out of embarrassment. Yeah, I probably would be too, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I'm uploading the video of the crash as we speak. So, oops. But yeah, so we're gonna get restarted with probably about 45 to go. But yeah, I'll try and upload this crazy incident here for you guys who can't see it. This video here real quick. This caution is loading it, and I'll edit the title here in a second. But I mean, I have never seen something like that. I mean, that is unbelievable that caution just happened. Two trucks together. Okay. It'll be on the outside and John Nemechek leading them back to green second. So that video will be live in just a second of that hilarious incident between the 25. But now here they come with 45 to go. Nemechek on the inside. Hocevar on the outside. Let's see how they do this. Great launch. Now Infinger maybe on the outside. Through turns 1 and 2. Hocevar is clear the battle for the lead. The battle for second is Enfinger working that outside. That 23 champion truck. And that has the edge on the 4 for now. Now, here they come off turn 4, and the 23 is clear, but they're 4 wide. The 4, the 75, and the 18. The 18 has to get on the gas big time. The 18 may have gotten into the wall there for a second on the front straightaway. Now, him and the 38 are dooring each other through turns 1 and 2. The 18 just lost about 8 spots out of that. Oh, he is not going to be happy with the 75, even though it wasn't the 75's fault. But Hocevar still leads over Infinger, Nemechek, Klickerman, and Kofoid, your top 5. Elliott down in 9th place, battling with Rhodes. Logano's 4 wide back in the pack with Ankrum, Fogelman, and Purdy. That was crazy there for a second. Logano's down in 19th, having to work his way back up through this field. Him and Stuart Friesen. Stuart Friesen's up to 22nd. Deegan's up to 21st. I think she did pit under that last caution. But Hocevar and the 42 trucks out front with 42 to go by half a second. And now Nemechek charges away forward. He's getting by Infinger. This is the 23 truck back. Nemechek's back up to second place. Now Klickerman all over the bumper, the 23. The 75 goes low on the 23 through turns 1 and 2. Now the 7 on the outside of the 66. That's now the 66 is actually going to go by the 7. That is for ninth position. So Elliott does not seem to have what it takes here late in this race. He's not near the front right now. He's going to have a miracle happen, honestly, if he's going to be able to get to the front of this one before it's over. Trying to get by the the 7. I thought he was about to clear 66. He almost hooked himself into the end. Clears the 66 and is now making a move on the 18. And it looks like Elliott's up to 8th, and Chandler Smith's going to drop back to 10th. Horrendous stretch of laps for Chandler Smith here late, and ends in even more spots. He was just up in second a lap ago, and now Rhodes is going by him for 5th place. Envinger's back to 6th. The next car to pass him would be Eckes and then Chase Elliott. And the caution is out at Bristol Dirt. And I am not sure for what yet. I'll let you know in a second. And the 43 of Keith McGee has gotten some severe rear end damage. My guess is he lost it and backed it into the outside wall. Yeah, that is what will bring out the caution for incident for the 4th time tonight. But if you guys want to see that crazy accident, the 25 and the 22, that video is just uploaded onto the channel. Yeah, he lost in last place when he did that, and he just lost it and backed it up into the outside wall. Just let it get away from him there. Okay, now I'll check up on the chat here real quick. To sell hot dogs. Hey, this isn't man. They're not trying to sell hot dogs at Bristol. No. Tyler, also the Martinsville hot dog is probably overrated, but I'd say it's not bad. I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Like it's definitely, it's not bad. It's good, but it's nothing special right now. For if you're wondering, Deegan is in 22nd place. Cervex lot. Parker, I know he has Parker doing very well. Parker's up in 3rd right now. He's been duking it out with the big boys all night. Next caution will be a groundhog digging a hole. Mark, watched on her Nemechek do to the others what Ty did to him. He'll say it was a race. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, Nemechek's definitely looking like he's going to be willing to race aggressive here. Who do I think is going to win? Okay, I want Hocevar to win. I'd love to see a Hocevar dub. We'll see. We'll see. But who do I think? I think Nemechek definitely has a good shot. But Rhodes also is working his way through the field pretty quickly. I don't know. I'm probably gonna say track position has just been so key. I feel like I think it's probably gonna be Hocevar or Nemechek. But if Kligerman won, I think that would be amazing. But in Kofoid in 4th, though, I mean, he is the dirt tracker. He started way out back in this race, and he's been working his way forward slowly but surely. And now all of a sudden he finds himself up in the top 5. I think Kofoid definitely could win this race. I mean, then in 5th, it's not like you have a slouch in 5th place. You got Ben Rhodes, who swept the stages, so Ben Rhodes definitely could win. He's been definitely one of the fastest cars all night, and Ben Rhodes does have the fastest lap of the race. Then you have Enfinger's dropping, who's pace. Majeski had pace early in 9th. I mean, the thing is I think anybody outside the top 10 are out of time. Maybe Joey Logano can work his way back up, but I think you're running out of time for anybody outside the top 10. Even though we've got 34 to go, these laps click by real fast. And it takes, after the first couple laps after restart, it takes about a lap or 2 to really get a pass done. So I think if you're outside the top 10, you're really starting to run out of time. Even if you're outside the top 5, you're really going to have to push the issue. But this track has been phenomenal. It's really held up very well for 120 laps. but that thing has been caked down by these guys. So I really wonder. I think it's going to race very different tomorrow than how it raced. Still have been caked down a ton by these guys. What lap? 117. I think it's going to be a first-time winner from the deep mid pack of field. 3 green white. You're saying 3 green white checkered attempts? I don't know. I think we could definitely see it happen, but I'm not sure. I'm surprised we haven't seen a big one yet, but then again, we may not end up seeing a big one. But these restarts, it has been crazy because it'll be somebody in the first couple rows does not get going, and then the restart totally checks up and goes to total haywire. Okay, but here they come. Hocevar check on the inside. Hocevar with a great jump once again. Chops down on the nose of the 4 there. That was a very defensive move there by the 42, but the 4 is in the bumper of the 42. The 4 is making a move to the inside of the 42. Oh, very defensive line there by the 42. Nemechek is sending it in hard. Oh, Elliott's making his way up through the pack. He's making a move to the inside of that's for 6th place. What a great restart by that 7 truck. And Kofoid's up to 3rd. The Dirk Ringer wide behind Rhodes. Elliott in the middle. That's for 7th place. Elliott's going to prevail in that fight, but it is a beehive back there from like 5th on backwards. Nemechek high on the 42 now. The 4 is going over the entire track trying to get a run on this 42 truck. Oh boy. Deegan's back in the beehive herself. Oh man, she may end up getting caught up in another wreck. This is pretty chaotic. The 23 trying to cross over the 99, but the 99 is going to hold on to that spot. Now, Hocevar runs a really high line. Nemechek trying to cut down underneath him. Nemechek is all over that 42. The second Hocevar is a slight check up. You know Nemechek is going to pounce. Oh, the 99 gives a big shot to the 75 down the back straightaway. It's 28 to go. There is no time left to play around. It's pedal to the metal, baby. And oh boy, sideways off the exit to turn 2. This is some great racing we're seeing right now. Oh, the 75 gets another bit of a bump from Hocevar pulling away a bit from the Fortune room. Now the 54 working to the inside of the 98. Bit of a shot there. The 54 up on one of the dirtles there a little bit. But Logano's making up some spots here on this restart. Oh, and the 18's around. The 99 dumps the 18, and nobody else going to get collected. Oh, that was really close, but hard chargers on the inside line, and the gave him, or I think the 98. The 98 is the 98, not the 9, but he has been dumped. No real big damage sustained, but man, this racing's getting really intense, man, on these restarts. This is great to see. The 98 was like, I don't have more. And it did actually, the 98 looked like he tried to avoid the 18. I think the 18 kind of had a checkup and was kind of on his own. And the 98 tried to get up to the outside. I mean, honestly, I'm not quite sure. Maybe the 98 was just trying to spin him and get out of the way, but it didn't look like it was the most intentional spin from the 98 here. We'll look at a replay here from on board for the Logano. And yeah, I think the 98 did kind of get into the left rear or the right rear, but yeah, the 18 was kind of check off corner exit. He put himself in that situation, to be, if I'm being honest. Yeah, the 18 kid, I don't know. The 18, what are you going to, there's 25 to go. People are trying to get by you. You're the slow car on the track. You're just going to kind of expect that to happen. But you got Hocevar, Nemechek, Kofoid, Klickerman, Rhodes, your top 5. Then Enfinger, Majeski, Elliott, Kraus, and Eckes, your top 10. Logano's worked his way up to 12th after starting that last restart in 16th. If he can keep picking up spots like that, he may have a. We got 52 people watching right now. I appreciate everybody tuning in, but we got 52 people watching and we got 28 likes, guys. Can we get a couple more likes? I would appreciate it. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're new and you enjoy what you're seeing. Also, if you want to see that crazy incident with the 25 and the 22 truck where they're literally conjoined, you can see that on the channel. Also, we've hit 1,470 subscribers. I appreciate everybody. We started at 1,000. Today we were at 1,461, and now we're at 1,471. So appreciate the 10 new subscribers from today. Can we hit 1,080? We're not too far from 1,500, actually, to be. Oh, Chandler Smith comes down pit road here, try and make any slight repairs to that damage they got from the spin. Also, really, I mean, no harm. I mean, might as well pit anyways. You're going to be dropping to the rear anyways. Haley Deegan she picked up a couple spots under that last run. So, like I said, 20th, I think, for Deegan would be a solid result based on how this weekend's gone for her. And I think if she can get 15th, I think that'd be like the stretch. That'd be like the bonus goal. That'd be like the above and beyond. But I expect her to probably finish right about where she is now. Maybe lose a spot or two. We'll see. But it depends if we see a big incident and that allows somebody to pick up 5 spots because 5 trucks crashed out. Appreciate everybody watching, though. Almost at 1,000 viewers on the night. If Jonathan Nemechek gets the lead, he's gonna check it. I know. If the 4 can get by that 42, I think the 4 is gone. Now the 42 has been doing an amazing job playing defense, but I think the 4 may dump the 42 here sooner than later. On that last restart, I mean, he was very aggressive defensively. He really chopped down on the nose of the 4 there 2 or 3 times. And that's definitely not making Jonathan Nemechek happy. I mean, he got moved last week at 2 weeks ago at Richmond, so he definitely is like feeling like he should dish out some pain. Tim Brown, go Carson, Chevy Power. I know I'm rooting for Carson, guys. If you want to put in the chat who your pick is to win, I'd appreciate it. Also, we're up to 31 likes. We hit 30. Let's keep on moving. Appreciate it. And tuned in tonight. But right now on my poll, I have all the Cup guys have got the majority of the vote, 43%, and then 29% for Rhodes, Majeski, Nemechek, and Kofoid, and then 29% for the field. I'm still pulling for the field right now. You got Hocevar leading, and you got Kligerman in third, who's looked pretty strong, or Kligerman in fourth, who's also looked pretty strong. So Seth, I know I really want to work with her pit crew. Oh, I'm totally missing out on some other conversation happening within my chat. But no, yeah, I mean, I'm super excited, guys. Oh man, we're already here's the thing. Next year, I think we should do this again, but you cannot count caution laps because we are at 25 to go. Now we're at 50. Oh, never mind, 19 to go. I thought we were at 15. Okay, that's not that bad, but still, I just don't think you should count caution laps. You're taking away like at least 30% of this race is caution lap so far. And there haven't even been that many cautions. But we're going to get restarted with 18 to go. Hocevar on the outside, Nemechek on the inside the last 2 times. Hocevar's been able to hold off Nemechek, but how long will he that 4 truck has looked super in the run. And through the green go. Hocevar with a great jump once again. He slides down to block that 4 truck. The 75 to the outside of the 4, but the 4 is able to slide up and block that run from the 75. The 75 is going to cross over to the inside of the 4, though, and turns 3 and 4. The 42 still out front. Here comes the 6. Jeski working his way up to 4th place as he's trying to make a pass 1 truck. Ty Majeski was strong early in this race before this thing's over. Rhodes also's up into both the stages. Can he sweep all three tonight? Coming up on 16 to go. Hocevar, though, still leads over Nemechek. Elliott's running in 7, a lot of time left to make his way to the front. Logano's up to 10th. He's already picked up 3 positions on this run. Oh, the 4 gives a bit of the bumper to the 42 off turn 2. Oh, the 4 is fast right now. I just don't know how much longer Hocevar can hold on this fight. Oh boy, let's go, Hocevar. Let's go. 14 to go at Bristol Dirt. These top 2 are pulling away from the rest of the field just a bit. Oh, the 99 tried to pull off a slide drop. He slid up the track way high, though. Killed a bit of his momentum, but he got by the 66. And now 42's got a bit of about a truck length over the 4. He's got a bit of breathing room. 14 to go. Kligerman, though, still running in 3rd. What a solid run for that 75 truck and Parker Kligerman. They have been showing what they're worth tonight, man. They've been in the top 5 pretty much the entire race. Dude, they're going to commercial break with 13 to go. It's side by side, but 13 to go at like a short track. What in the world? Crafton working the outside on Austin Dillon and Zane Smith. That's 3 wide back in the pack. Oh, Austin Dillon nearly lost it off corner exit. Man, these guys are all over the place. Austin Dillon is really sideways off the corners right now. He is really fighting. Oh, and the 51's around. 66 around. Oh, boy. Oh, the 19 crashes these guys. Oh, man. Kraus. This 51 lost it on it. And then the 66 had to spin to avoid. It's honestly amazing the 66 didn't hit the 51. And then comes flying in and just destroys the rear end trucks. Oh, my gosh. Derek Kraus moment. Must admit the drifting is fun, though. Oh, boy. Dude, the 51 lost it and the 66 lost it, and they were fine. And then the 19 comes flying in and destroys the rear end of the 66 especially. But and he managed to hit both the 66 and the 51 somehow. Oh, my goodness. And it was like 5 seconds after the spin. I mean, yes, it's kind of like split-second decisions, but like he just plowed right into the both of them and pretty much tore up the right of his own truck too. Now all of them were able to drive away from the accident, but they're definitely done for the night in terms of being competitive. But that's going to give to a bunch of people a couple spots. This is what I was saying. You have 3 guys in the top 10 wreck. That's going to give everybody a couple extra spots. Now Elliott is up to 5th. Logano's up to 7th. That gave those 2 guys an opportunity now. They're back towards the bottom half of the top 10, but now Elliott's in the top 5 and Logano's not too far back. And we're going to get another restart here. And now Austin Dillon up to 11th. And Haley Deegan now is up to 18th. But yeah, one of the Cup guys who has been like not existent in this race at all, Harrison Burton, has run outside the top 20 the entire race almost. He's in 22nd right now. I mean, he has been very, very unimpressive so far in his 2022 NASCAR campaign. But yeah, that 66 Majeski truck has been hammered in. My goodness. Yeah, the 51's still all right. Actually, that 51 truck didn't get hit that bad, but the 66 his truck lost about a foot in length. Oh, actually, it may be Rhodes that causes this incident. We'll see here on the replay. Oh, the 99 really slid up in front of the 51, and the 51 had to get out of the gas, and he just crashed into him. And then, actually, now that I see a replay, I don't blame Derek Kraus as much. It really wasn't anything he could do. These guys will spin out in front of him, and he already committed low. There's nowhere he could go. I guess he could have just hit the brakes sooner. I don't know, but I don't blame him as much. I got down on him a little too hard. But I appreciate everybody watching. Almost 60 people watching right now. That's like a lot. That's we got, but guys, we got 60 people watching. We got 32 likes, guys. Come on. Let's hit that like. Join the Freeman Motorsports community. Yeah, the 19 actually, yeah, the right side of that thing is pretty dented in from sliding into those other two trucks. Yeah, looking at the poll now. Now the poll's pretty much even. You got 40% for Dillon, Logano, Elliott, and Burton. You got 28% for Rhodes, Majeski, Neiman. Yeah, now that category ain't looking. Honestly, these are pretty equal because you got the field and you got Hocevar and Kligerman representing the field, and then you got representing that category, or no, Nemechek and Rhodes representing that category in the top 5, and they get Elliott and Logano representing the other category. Up to 33 likes. I appreciate it, ladies and gents. 65 people watching right now. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. So we're going to get restarted with, I believe, either 5 to go or 4 to go. Man, if I want Hocevar to hold on here and get his first win, right, guys? Oh, boy. The lights are on the pace truck. The pace truck pulls off, and you got Hocevar on the outside, Nemechek on the inside. Through the guy, restarts on the go. Man, the 4 is almost, he's on the quarter panel, the 42. The 42 just slides down to block off the 4. The 4 has to get out of the gas big time. The 99 goes really high. Rhodes on the outside of the 4. He'll move up to second here. Oh, the 99's got a huge rise to go to the outside of the 42. He may have slid up the track just a bit too far. Host off. Oh, the 99's looking super strong. The 99 dives to the inside of the 42. And Rhodes with a power move. Ben Rhodes to the lead. Oh my, what a move from that 99 truck. That 99 truck looks so strong right now. The 99 still holds off the 42. Coming to 3 to go now. Ben Rhodes out of nowhere. He was a cannon. He got launched out of a cannon on that restart, guys. Rhodes out front. Then it's Hocevar, Nemechek, 3 to go. Nobody's going to be able to touch that 99 truck unless we see a caution now. Hocevar's trying to send it in there, but he just can't quite get there. 2 to go at Bristol Dirt. Oh boy, Rhodes is still hanging out front. Hocevar is in second. He's giving it everything he has. Nemechek, Kligerman, Eckes, your top 5. Go. In the white flag, he's got an 8. Hocevar, this thing's just as good as over. Ben Rhodes, after getting launched out of a cannon under that last restart, is going to sweep all stages at Bristol Dirt, and Ben Rhodes is going to win at Bristol. Oh my goodness, what a performance by Buck, scoring the maximum amount of points. Hocevar, it's got to be a heartbreaker, holding off Nemechek for what felt like forever, and then all of a sudden, you have the 99 come out of nowhere and fly by. Oh, and you have a big pile up here on the start-finish line after this thing's over. The 51, the 43, the 49, the 02, a couple of guys back in the pack all piled in together. We'll have to see if we can get a replay. Yeah, the 33. Well, yeah, there was quite a few beaten up trucks here at the finish line. But yeah, top 5 at the end of this race: Rhodes, Hocevar, Nemechek, Kligerman. Then you have Eckes. Rounds out your top 5. Then Logano ends up beating Elliott. Logano goes 6th, Elliott 7th. Ending Crafton, Zane Smith 10th. Friesen, Howard, Purdy, Dillon, Tanner Gray, Mike, Dean Thompson, Haley Deegan finishes 18th. Smith, Burton, your top 20. Then Majeski, Wood, Hill, Spencer. Where was I? Kofoid and Fulgham in your top your top 29. All those guys finished on the lead lap. Man, what this big accident here on the front straightaway. I don't even is the 99 gonna be able to do a burnout. I don't even know how that all works. I think he's gonna try maybe drive through the graveyard of trucks that all crashed on the front straightaway. Oh yeah, he's going at it on the dirt. Well, the minority of you guys voted for Jeske, John Henry Nemechek, but the minority ends up being correct on who was going to win. I'm going to try and catch up at here. I already called it long before 3 attempts. Didn't end up happening. Nice move by Ben Rhodes. Final lap. Nice win, Rhodes. Nice job, Ben. Congrats, Ben. 2 for 2. 02 and 41 are going to have a tug of war now. Haley Deegan, fantastic job tonight. Thanks again. We'll listen in next time. Appreciate it, Tim Brown. Appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. It was a great evening. You know, it's always more fun the more of you guys that come out in the chat, more to keep up the conversation. I love in the conversation or in the chat. That came out totally wrong, but a great by Ben Rhodes. I mean, came out of nowhere, and I was doubting him after that. They stayed out there at the end of stage 1 and was able to get that stage 2 victory, but I thought that strategy was not going to work out for him. But look at that. In the end, make the pass with a to go and never look back. And I mean, that 99 truck in the heat races, he looks like he could send it in farther than anybody else. And he made a move that he made in the race right there to take lead from Hocevar. And I was like, wow, that truck is strong. You're welcome, Seth. Ball, I'm not going to be live tomorrow. I'm not going to be live tomorrow. Or at least not likely. Maybe I'll be live for like the final stage. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, Ben hit that nitros button. Yeah, that's Mark. Yeah, you know, I was saying about the strategy. I thought it was questionable. They just asked him now, day out, and he was like, no, but ended up working out for us all right. I may be live for the final stage tomorrow. We'll see, but probably won't be live tomorrow. We'll see. But appreciate that you guys are at least interested in going back to another live stream. Hocevar, they're talking to Hocevar. He's like, really, there's anything else I could have done different. I could have either tried to run the top even higher or ended up just crashing that truck. I mean, that 99 was so strong, though. I mean, he flew by both the 4 and the 42 like they were standing still. I mean, he just crossed him over, and he was going like 5 miles an hour. I mean, pulled off to take the lead. I mean, that was incredible. Thank you, Ball GB. I appreciate it. But and I just feel bad for Savar. I was pulling for him, and I mean the 99 though. I mean he flew by him like it was crazy. I was like, where did he come from? I mean, obviously he was out for an early on, but like he just rocketed by both the top 2 cars like they're markers. Yeah, I'll keep it live for a little bit. Let's keep talking about a couple things about the finish, whatnot. Yeah, now an updated look at the Truck Series playoff standings. You have Zane Smith and Rhodes and Smith all with wins, and then Friesen plus 60, Nemechek plus 50, Eckes plus 39, Majeski plus 33, Tanner Gray plus 26, Hocevar now plus 16 after a run tonight. And then Crafton plus 9, Enfinger minus 9. Then you have Kraus minus 23, Anchor minus 23, and Kligerman minus 42. Now, I think Kligerman he may have a shot at getting into these playoffs. He's minus 42 now, but I think he started one less race than everybody, if I'm not mistaken. If they were to make a full-time effort with that 75 truck, Kligerman is, I mean, he's put in some great results here. Like he had a great run going for him at Coda and a great run here for him again today at Bristol Dirt. So yeah, I think Parker Kligerman is, I mean, really like he has really impressed me so far this year in trucks. But yeah, I mean, I'd say tonight, if you guys want to put in the chat how you'd rate tonight's race out of 10, like a 5 out of 10 or whatever, I'd probably give it an 8.5 or an 8.8 out of 10. Bell, you want to hit that like button on your way out. This guy can't call a race. Get him in the Fox 2 with E-Step, Darian, and Iceberg. Well, yeah, we'll get the NASCAR Weekly podcast plus me. We'll get it going in the studio one day, hopefully. No. But baby steps for now. But yeah, guys, I may be live for tomorrow. Probably not. Don't bet on it. But if you're willing to tune into that, I appreciate it. And then I'll try and have a video up soon of kind of my highlights from my experience at Martinsville. And kind of a bit like show you guys some of the sheet metal I got at Martinsville. Yeah, sorry, Isaac. 2 races less than everyone else, referring to Clearman. He's got 2 less races and is minus 42. That means if he would have gotten 21 points in each of those 2 races, which is like a 15th place result, he would be in the playoffs right now. So I think Kligerman, if they run him full time in the truck, that truck team, do it. Like, do it. You will make the playoffs unless we get a ton of winners from below the cutoff line. But Kligerman may even win you a freaking race. Let YouTubers call cup races in NASCAR better than what you got now on Fox. I know. I mean, I gotta say, Clint Boyer is so bad. It's not even funny. It's honestly kind of sad. Like I feel bad for him. Like I feel like they're almost like forcing him to say a bunch of dumb stuff because he says so much stuff, and then he immediately doubles back against himself. Like he'll say they're running tight, and he's like, never mind, they're running loose. Like it's not even like, but like it's not even like he acknowledges that. Oh, I was wrong about they got to run it tighter. Like he's just like, no, they're running them loose. I'm telling you that. Like, but you weren't. You were wrong. I don't know. I'm going on a rant now about Clint Boyer, but. And then, like, I feel like Mike Joy is just kind of stuck there. And I don't know. I think Mike Joy will probably stop after this year. Maybe one more year. I think if you could have Mike Joy come in for like Daytona 500s and like Coke 600s and like for the crown jewels, I think that'd be good. But because Mike Joy, I think is definitely he's great. I think he's one of the best. And I think DW tomorrow night will be really good. I like DW. DW is definitely elite. DW is probably the best commentator that I can remember. I think I like Mike Joy because he was so like he's just so consistent. Like I feel like he's not like that bad. Like, but yeah, no, I think DW is definitely one of the best. Like probably the most memorable commentator to me, especially because he's got the cameo in the Cars movies. Yeah, they should have a win Clint's job instead of his money. That is, oh yeah, that is facts. You should, yeah, instead of if you can guess all this right about stage 2, how about you can commentate instead of Clint for stage 2? How about that? But yeah, no, I mean, in the NBA, the NBC booth isn't much better. I do like the NBC booth better though than the Fox. That's personal opinion. I know it's kind of iffy, but but the NBC booth isn't great either. But I think the thing they got going for them is they have more younger guys in there. And I think also having 4 people, even though sometimes people don't like it because it feels like they're talking over each other, I think having more people in there does add a bit. You know, I think the thing, and then like, yeah, okay, Fox has the young person in Clint Boyer, but he's like a young quote, like they have him playing like the dumb, like NASCAR. They have him playing like the dumb redneck basically, and it's just like that's basically what they're trying to have Clint Boyer be is like you're just trying to be like some like stereotypical redneck who's like all crazy and everything. I mean, that's not true. Like the over the end redneck, you know what I mean? Like Clint tries too hard. They gave us clown title. Yeah, they just make him be the class clown. I'm like, you didn't need to do that to make him a good commentator. I mean, I do think like Kyle Busch, I do enjoy watching the Xfinity races because you get the driver's perspective on it, and that really like tells you some like you get to see like more and more, or well, more learn more and more. You you just like Jesse Punch. He's the only one I actually don't want to punch. Pun intended. Yeah, Clint tries too hard. They gave him the class clown. Yeah, I already read that comment. But yeah, no, I would say. I mean, obviously, you can't have current drivers in the booth, but I don't know. I feel like Jamie McMurray would be very. I think you should put Larry McReynolds and Jamie McMurray in the booth. Jamie McMurray is, I think, very good in NASCAR Race Hub, and I feel like Jamie McMurray, he wouldn't be amazing, but he would be very like. I think Jamie McMurray would honestly probably be a decent replacement for Mike Joy. I think he'd be pretty level-headed, um, and not like act like dumb, but like also like I don't know, not be like overly analytical. And like, yeah, I would definitely say Jamie McMurray would probably be a good person to put in the booth. Tony Stewart is good, but yeah, Tony Stewart's I think pretty good, but too busy. Also, I think if we had Tony Stewart in there full time, I think it would just start to get pretty repetitive and like boring. Well, I mean, I do like what they're doing right now, at least temporarily, like having different like different important people from NASCAR, like NASCAR drivers, you know what I mean, or Chad Knaus, like people like Matt Kenseth. I think that was pretty good, but also, I mean, well, except for Danica Patrick. Danica Patrick was just abysmal. I mean, she was just bad. It was her and Clint Boyer's chemistry was also horrible, like horrible. And I was like, it wasn't the fact that it was non-existent; it was the fact that it was like bad, like it was anti chemistry. Yeah, guys, I'm going to end the stream here in like a couple minutes, probably like 10:10. So if you guys have any other comments or questions you want to toss in, you can do that. But I probably won't be overly active in terms of live streams here coming up, guys. I don't know if I'll be able to do either Talladega race next weekend. We'll see. Or like here, like I probably won't be able to do the start of the race at Talladega next week since I have a commitment. Yeah, no, honestly, I don't know. And I won't be able to do either Dover race because I'll be at Dover. So I don't even know what's after Dover at that point. But after Dover, I think so. Like it'll be like 3 weeks once again. Like the past 3 weeks, I really wasn't able to do a lot, and then the next 3 weeks, I probably won't be able to do a lot. But Mark, we'll see you when you see it. Ball GB, I love to see Kevin Harlan commentate during the cautions because he make a funeral process sound exciting. Yeah, I mean, honestly, just try anything at this point. To be totally honest, I mean, you could pretty much anything would be more entertaining than what they got right now. And that's honestly what I'm trying to do with this is to provide commentary that actually keeps you engaged and informed about what's going on in the race. Like I feel like we spend too much time talking. Like I feel like in the booth, especially, they kind of get sidetracked on like side stories. Like they're not even talking about what's actually going on in front of them, and they don't sound engaged either. They sound like tired. And I know some people don't like the Formula One announcers because they're too animated, but I personally really enjoy Formula One commentary because I feel like it actually keeps you engaged because they actually sound excited for what they're telling. Like they sound like this is unbelievable what's happening. Like they actually sound like they're excited to commentate the race, or that they're actually stating something that's exciting. Whereas the Fox booth sounds like they're here just to have an afternoon conversation with the boys. How about Donald Trump? Mind you, he'd claim he just won the race himself. It'd be like, I once drove a NASCAR once. More so, I was on a NASCAR. Well, not physically. As like, I was like, I had the Trump 2020 car. Me and my best friend, Corey LaJoy. I was also kind of on a NASCAR once with Let's Go Brandon. And this is my Donald Trump impersonation. I don't know how we got to this point. And this is a pretty bad impersonation because my nose is really stuffed right now. But this is my Donald Trump impersonation. That probably sounds so stupid. But okay, guys, I'm gonna can it there, and I'm gonna end it there. And I hope you enjoyed the video. But yeah, appreciate anybody who tuned in. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. And I'm out. It's almost as who's in the room right now. Yep. Thank you for thinking that highly of this commentary, Ball.